Right, welcome to my emergency kit video. It's all in here. We're going to go through it item by item, and hopefully you'll then have an idea of what you want to carry or what you don't want to carry. Obviously, first thing on the agenda is the high-vis jacket, which I'm going to take off now that you've seen it. And we'll get right into the sort of kit that I carry for an emergency. I've got it spread out in the back, but it's not normally like that. It's normally packed away a lot more compact. So let's get into it. Fire extinguisher, of course. Everyone should have one of those. Some of my kit you might not agree with. Be interested to hear in the comments what you think of, what sort of stuff you carry as an emergency kit. But anyway, there's my fire extinguisher. Right, here we go. Which we've already covered is the fluorescent jacket. I actually carry two of these. If you've got a passenger or somebody comes to help you and they haven't got one, then these are always handy to have a couple of them. They don't really take up any room. They're not very heavy. Next on my list is a multimeter. Always carry a multimeter. I've also got an OBD reader in case I get any lights come up on the dash. I can read them and get them turned off. I also carry a selection of fuses. Just in case we get a fuse go. They're on my emergency list, obviously. What else have we got? Got rain poncho in case you have to get out and you need to keep dry. Also got some gloves to put on in case you have to do some mucky work underneath. This I keep, which a lot of people overlook. It's a little torch, but I also haven't put the batteries in, so it's a torch with the batteries separate, because if you put the batteries in, you know what's going to happen. You're going to come to use it, and of course the battery's going to be flat, aren't they? Like they always are when you pick a torch up, Now, puncture kits for the tyres. This van for some reason didn't come with any puncture kit whatsoever, so I bought a couple. I've got this type, which you poke through. If you get a screw in your tyre or something like that, you can poke that through and it seals the hole. And I've also got this type, which is the slime type, which will, you spray into your tyre and it seals up the inside. I'm sure you're all familiar with them. Right, so that's the puncture kits covered. If I work from the back, I won't get in a muddle of what I've told you then. Also, I've got this first aid kit, which I keep in the van. It also is a nice size, which I can keep in my backpack as well. I've also got a selection of medications for burns and bites and that sort of thing. Bit of paracord, carry that. A little bit of paracord, it's light, doesn't take up much room. Very useful if you had to tie something down, like if a door broke or something like that, the latch broke, you couldn't keep your door closed, you could tie it closed with that, something along those lines anyway. Selection of spare batteries for various things you might be carrying in there. Also, I carry some super glue and some blue tack. Soldering iron. That's very useful. You have an electrical fault or something goes wrong with your wiring somewhere along the line, you can repair it. What else have we got? Tow rope. I used to carry 2 of these in a bigger van that I used to have, but in this van I only carry the one. So it's a tow rope, you know, might get you or somebody else out of the muddle. The only time I've ever used one of these is when I was up in Scotland, and it was actually to tow somebody else out of a mud hole they'd got stuck in, and I actually towed them out. Right, next on my list is this. It's a tyre inflator. Obviously, once you've fixed your puncture, you need to be able to pump back up again. This is also useful if you want to let your tyres down to get some extra grip on some soft terrain or something like that. You can then put them back to where they should be once you're over that situation. What else we got? Jump leads. I carry a set of jump leads. They're always useful, if not for yourself, maybe for somebody else. I carry a selection of tools, various screwdrivers, spanners, sockets, that sort of thing. I've got a socket set, which is here. It's a small socket set which I carry. Yeah, so that's also useful. That's covered most of the toolkit. I've also carry a jack. Carry a little jack to jack up if you need to jack the vehicle up. And also a emergency triangle. That's my emergency triangle. Okay. Then this one is quite unusual. Yep, I carry a spare wheel. Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm just old school, I don't know. But anyway, I carry a spare wheel. It sits nicely in this footwell, doesn't take up any additional room. This is just pretty much dead space. I can't fit it underneath because on these they've used the underneath space to put the diesel heater. So I carry it in there. It doesn't get in the way of anything. It's a Road Hero space saver wheel, and that comes with the jack and everything else, but that just gives me peace of mind when I'm out in remote locations. Yes, if I get a puncture and I can't do anything with it, I could call a breakdown, but I could be stuck there for hours or days sometimes. So it's really worth it just for peace of mind, if not anything else. You know, I'll probably never ever use it, but it's there if I do need it, and that's the same with pretty much all emergency kit, isn't it? It's there for if ever you need it, which hopefully you never do. Right, now this is the most important bit of kit I carry. It's a PLB. You might think, oh, you don't need that. Well, you never know. I've carried one of these for best part of 30 years. I used to carry them when I used to fly aeroplanes over remote territory, and if ever you went down, this was going to be your lifesaver. I only had one emergency, and that turned out to be a safe landing, rather than an uncontrolled landing, which otherwise is known as a crash. But anyway, ever since I've carried it for aviation purposes, I always carry it for an emergency. And you might think, well, you probably don't need that. You know, if something happens, you just phone up. Well, a lot of the places I go are in remote locations. They don't have a phone signal. And if you came off the road and your vehicle was not able to drive, you have got no way of notifying anybody. A lot of these remote locations, there's not anybody about. You don't see anybody for hours, sometimes days, and this could be your lifesaver one day. I take it hiking with me. I put it in the backpack. You know, if ever you fall when you're hiking, it's going to save your life, trust me. But hopefully I'll never have to use it in emergency, but in case I do, I've got it. Right, thanks for watching this little video. I do put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and if you'd like to show your appreciation by subscribing, I'd really like that. It makes me sort of think it's all worthwhile if people are subscribing and watching and liking and everything else. Also, which I think is nice, which I like to see, is if you just put a hi in the comments and which country you're from. So something like hi from Germany. That's all you need to do. But anyway, thanks for watching.